Well, Iowa, is one of the few places where a presidential candidate can actually meet with real people. And I think the intimacy of the Iowa caucuses, as well as the nature of the questions that Iowans ask presidential candidates, really makes Iowa unique and an important starting point for the nomination. Be a part of the caucuses at the grassroots level. And so don't just come to Des Moines, I guess, and go to a big event and see all the razzle dazzle of it, but really get to know the people of Iowa. And that's when you talk to anybody who has worked on a caucus campaign, they will tell you that their favorite moments are not the events, or not even really caucus night. It is going to living rooms and having one-on-one conversations, organizing phone banks, having office openings, and really getting to know the people of Iowa, hearing their stories of previous caucuses, and having a chance to make your case for the candidate you're supporting. Well, I've been really struck by the questions that folks have asked me, and really detailed questions about, for instance, when we go to Iowa, what approach should we have for volunteers? How do we talk to people of Iowa? What are examples of what not to do? And a lot of people have also been asking, kind of forward-thinking, career-oriented questions. They said, "Look, my goal is to run for office, for example. What steps can I take now as an organizer in Iowa, or as someone who wants to help a campaign, that will help me get from point A to point B?" And point B for one of them was President of the United States. It is very refreshing to see people who are not merely throwing up their hands and saying, "I give up," because it doesn't work, right? And they're very passionate, and if and it's been really kind of eye-opening for me to see that there are people here at the University of Chicago, for example, who are independent, and they're not Republican, they're not Democrat, they're independent, and they still want to be active, and they still want to work hard, and they still understand the importance of the political process. And I've always believed that public service is still an honorable profession, and it's an honorable thing to do if you do it for the right reasons. And I think a lot of people here, they're not looking at it for notoriety. They're not looking at it for even really a career necessarily. They just want to get involved because they believe it's important, and that's nice to see.